Hi, this is Professor Dae-Sik Kim of Handong Global University. I will introduce operations management in business planning today. This is my background. I'm working at Handong Global University in the School of Management and Economics. My academic background is I have an engineering background in chemical engineering, and also I have studied bioengineering and food engineering in master programs, and I finished my degree in business administration. And also I have work experience in venture companies as a CEO. This is today learning objectives. I will introduce what is operations management and why operations management is so important in business planning. So I will introduce how OEM function is related to other functions such as marketing, financing, and human resource management, and etc. And using these OEM technologies, I will introduce how to differentiate the product and services compared to your competitors. And I will introduce forecasting and capacity planning is very important in business planning. And then at the end I will introduce how to develop operations management strategy in preparing your business plan. This is part one. Part one, I will introduce operations management definition and how the OEM concept is used in product design. This diagram explains the whole business plan. At the beginning, you will start to generate the business ideas. Okay, so when you have a business ideas, then you will develop your product design. When you develop product design, you need to consider lots of marketing concepts like 3 C's: competitors, and also cost, and your product core competence, and so on. And then you will start to consider your process, how to make. At the beginning, you need to consider your product, and then the second step is how to make that product or service. And then at the end is you need to develop your strategy in marketing and so on. But in this seminar, I will introduce all this left-hand side is operations management important issues, how OEM technology is related to product design and process design and so on. The first step of your business planning is you need to select a very good excellent business idea. I suggest you need to find something you love to do and you're good at doing. You should have intention to develop such a product, and you like your job. And also you should have some technique, skills at doing the product development. And you should develop, when you develop your idea, your product or service should satisfy the needs in the marketplace. You can develop any product, but if your product should be acceptable in the marketplaces. So entrepreneurs must be sure that the idea they choose has interest in the marketplace. So I recommend never start any developing product or service if it is not acceptable in the market. You may have good technique, you may have some good ideas, but you should make sure your idea is acceptable in the market. That is the most important part in business planning. So the new product development is a very expensive and time-consuming and risky process. At the beginning, you may have lots of product ideas at the beginning, but at the end, only one third of new products may have become success stories. So each step, you need to, when you move to the second step and third step and fourth step, in each step you need to require go or not go decisions. At the end, it's just few ideas is acceptable as a new product. Then, the definition of operation management is use of resources such as workers, machineries, and to convert materials into finished goods and services. So, OM is a major core transformation process. Input is transformed into output. The output should be value-added product. When you talk of value-added, it should be more valuable to customer point of view, not your point of view. So the output can be some product or invisible services. Okay, in the middle is conversion or transformation process should add values in the customer point of view. So OM is operation management is oversees production process by managing people and machineries in converting materials and resources into finished goods and services. So examples of operation management is like this. So it is computer factory, so manufacturing computers using lots of parts, and distributing trucks or retail stores, automobiles, and automobiles service industries. Many operations management can cover tangible products or intangible services, both of them. When you talk about the OM, we have two major problems. One is system decisions. Second one is operation decisions. System decisions says you need to decide how to design your product, how to decide the location of your factory or service station, and what kind of process should be selected within the location. And when the process is selected, and you will purchase machineries, and how to lay out all your machineries to do your transformation process. All these decision problems, system decision problems, strongly related to business planning. Once all these system decisions is decided, it's very difficult to change later. So I strongly recommend you need to be careful when you design your system, product, facility location, and process selection and process layout. After it is designed, and then next step is you need to consider, production planning and inventory control. How to inventory level. Inventory is a very useful technique to prepare unexpected demand in the future, and also supply chain. You need to consider your suppliers and distributors at the same time, including your manufacturing facility. Then all the supplier, your manufacturing facility, and distribution center is connected like a chain. So we call it supply chain. So supplier is not competitor anymore. Supplier is considered as your partner in long-term point of view. So supply chain management is very important to handle the whole your manufacturing process smooth, and it's more efficient and so on. And also quality is very important. So high quality. So your market is very competitive. So high quality product. We can make sure your product is very quality, is very high enough, it's acceptable in the market. And then in service industry, queuing is also important, and project management is also important. Whole operation management is a kind of project, so you need to understand how to manage your projects more efficiently. And also another important thing is demand forecasting. When you decide the facility capacity and product design and process selection, process layout, you need to have some prerequisite information. It is forecasted demand. We should know how many units can be sold next year, and next 2 or 3 years later, how the demand will increase. And then all system decisions will depend on your forecasted demand. So these are very related. So now I move to when you have business idea, next step is you need to design your product. When you do the product or service design, the main objective is you need to satisfy customers. We need to understand customer needs, and then we try to develop product or service to satisfy customers. Then we need to understand customers' wants, and also how to develop competitiveness. How our product or service should be different compared to our other competitors. These are our main objectives of your product design. And this terminology is a marketing terminology. This is a marketing point of view. Engineers think in this way. When you talk about product design, engineers are only thinking about what kind of function should be included in the product. Okay? What kind of function should be improved in the product or service, and also how to reduce the our manufacturing cost, and how to improve your profit, and also how to improve the quality. So sometimes some designers also consider outside appearance, and also they may think about ease of production, ease of maintenance and service, and so on. All the second part is like focus of engineers. Okay, this is operation and engineering point of view. Or the last one is more like a customer point of view. So OEM is, but engineers or designers language and marketing language are different. They are using different language, different terminology. So we need to translate marketing terminology, marketing language into engineering language. So OEM will be very useful for translation different two terminologies. Other issues of product and service design is we need to also understand life cycle. Each product has a life cycle. When it is introduced, demand will increase in growth stages and saturate in maturity, and then it may decline in the future. It is a life cycle. So when you design the product, the introduction stages and growth stages, maturity and declines, each stages may need different design and so on. And also, we cannot make all product totally different. So many companies want to design standardized design. So if it is standardized, each customer may want some different product and so on. So degree of standardization is another issue of operation management, and mass customization and all others are also important issues relating to operations management. Okay, before I have said, OEM will translate customer wants and needs into a product requirement, and also at the same time we need to evaluate the competitiveness of your product service compared to your competitors. Your product and your competitor's product should be compared, evaluated, and you need to say, well, in the competitive, some function is very competitive, some function is not competitive, and so on. So you need to evaluate competitiveness. At the same time, you need to formulate what is your goal, quality goal, and what is your cost target, and so on. And then you need to develop your product, and so you need to develop your prototype. And then you need to document all the specification. It is the process of product design. This diagram is summarized whole the process. Left-hand side is major objectives. Right? Understand customers' wants and needs, and competitive analysis, and differentiations, and other issues like life cycle or other issues. We need to consider all these things. Our ultimate objective is to satisfy customer. We need to try to satisfy customers. How? In the middle is we need to translate. We need to translate customers' wants and needs and competitiveness into design function, and cost and profit, and quality, appearance, ease of production, ease of maintenance and services. Also important product design languages. We need to translate marketing languages into operations languages. And after that, when it is designed, we will make the product. So we need to develop very efficient conformance process, and we will make reliable product and conformant product, and easy of maintenance and high quality, and we need to maintain inventory very well. Then at the end, finally, we can satisfy customers. The positioning map is help to decide strategic position before you start product or process design. X-axis may represent quality, is high quality and low quality. Y-axis is price, the high price, expensive and cheap product. All in the middle is all your different your competitors. Usually, higher quality product is a high price, and low quality is a very cheap prices. But then, if we make here like a similar product, high quality, high price, then we have lots of competitors already existed. So we may not win in the market. If you make position here, low quality, low price, we also have lots of competitors. If you are similar compared to your competitors, it's very difficult to win in the market. So strategic position, it will be like this. All your competitors here, but you may develop a new target position here. If you make a high quality product, it's moderate price. Your product will be competitive. Your product is more competitive. It means your product may win in market shares. The house of quality is actually developed by Mitsubishi to develop quality, but it is very useful technique to translate customer wants and need and also competitiveness into product design. The left-hand side, the customer's requirement is listed here. Right-hand side is competitive assessment. Your product and your competitors is listed here, and on the top is design requirement will be. So here, how these are related will be appeared in the middle relationship matrix. For example, here the first one is customer wants is customers want easy to use, easy to close, and stay up when they open the door. It should be stay on the heel, and easy to open, easy to close, and also doesn't leak in the rain, and no road noise, and so on. So in here, the 75332 represent different weight in customer's point of view. So it means customer one, the first is most important is to close. Second important is stay open on the hill. Third one is to open. The last one, no road noise, is less important compared to others. Right hand side is competitiveness. X is your company, X is yours. The A is competitor A, B is competitor B. So the east close, customers evaluated. Your competitor AB is very high quality, but your product is very bad. And second one is stay open on the hill is still a little bit worse than competitors, but not very different. It's very similar. The third one is east open is also similar. Don't leak in lane is X is in the middle of your competitor A and B. And no road noise. B is very good, but X is bad. But actually, when you compare it to competitors, the last one, the no road noise is quite different. It's very bad, but custom point of view is not important. It's very important. So what you need to do, you need to focus on improving ease to close, because it's very far beyond your competitors, and customers evaluate this is very important. So ease to or close is most important. It should be developed as soon as possible. Customer point now your operation is we need to consider many engineering function here. Okay? So we consider many engineering functions here, but problem is this is to close. How it is relating here, or this is relating here, or we need to translate. This is engineering terminology, this customer's language and so on. We need now, and also the competitiveness, how these are related here. We need to translate. Next slide explains the relationship. Okay, here, to improve is to close. The most important is energy is most important to close the door. So we need to improve the energy to close the door. But the next thing, this is the dark circle is strongly positive. The next one is positive. Second one is door seal. It's also resistance. Is also important. All the other function, this is not related to is to close. Second one is stay open on the hill is related to this function. Okay, so we need to all these dark circle represent strongly positive relationship between marketing terminology and engineering operational function and so on. On the top shows correlation. So this the first function is also related to the fourth one. It's strongly related, but this is not related in second and third and last one. So all this correlation among functional of operational functions is also explained on the top. Okay, so through this matrix form, you can concentrate what to do should be emphasized in engineering design and so on. At the bottom, when it is decided you need to develop, and you need to select to improve this one, what is your target value, target variables, and what is target scores. So currently is very low, but your target score to improve this target to up to 10 is most important. The second and third is not important, but another one is this is next important and so on. Using this house of quality, we can translate marketing language into operational engineering language and so on. It is very useful technique will be used in product and service design.